Hello and welcome to Roots of Resilience, the series where we check in with Seattle's Chinatown International District to see how they've been making a recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm Caleb Stipkovitz, a student journalist at Seattle University. In our last episode, we looked at the effects of the pandemic on the neighborhood. Today, we're exploring an issue that has been putting the community on the news a lot recently: crime. Let's learn how this issue is impacting the CID, especially in the last month. The intersection 12th and Jackson in Little Saigon is known to many Seattleites. Many see it as a hub for drugs and violence. Just this year, the city of Seattle designated 12th and Jackson as a drug hotspot, and in just the past month, the intersection saw 2 deadly mass stabbings that wounded 10 people. The area is also known to have a market for reselling stolen merchandise. But residents know it for what it was before the pandemic, a place called home. I spoke with an anonymous small business owner who told me that the neighborhood has become very hard to recognize. Her building was the victim of a crime, she said. After she closed her business at about 10 p.m., a fire was started in the back of her building and all of her stock burned. Her neighbors saw it and called 911. Despite its recent issues, business owners don't want to leave the neighborhood. Little Saigon has been a staple in Seattle's Vietnamese community for over 40 years. Residents want to see the area beautified and cleaned up. Caleb Stipkovitz, Lee TV. The solution to public safety concerns in Little Saigon and the rest of the CID remain unclear. Some community members are advocating for more policing and legislation. Others prefer alternatives that don't involve a heavy police presence. Let's learn about the city's response to the issue and how the community is reacting to it. A new bill passed this September in Seattle. It's called SODA, which means Stay Out of Drug Area. This bill is going to bar people who are awaiting trial for drug-related charges from entering certain areas of the city. 12th and Jackson is one of the areas that this bill will affect. Questions remain on how the new bill will be enforced when implemented. Violators of SODA will face up to 364 days in jail or a $5,000 fine. In a letter to Seattle City Council, the ACLU of Washington wrote that they believe this bill has serious constitutional concerns and that it would cruelly target our most vulnerable populations. Former council member Tanya Wu voted yes on the bill. She says that she believes it can help clean up Little Saigon.
A lot of people were saying that, oh, but I go to Navigation Center, my housing is there, I go to the United Indian Health Center as well. And so people who are there for services or who live there are exempt. They can come in and out of that area. That does not, disallow them from coming home or going to see their doctor. They could be there.
Meilani Mandry works for the CID Coalition and had something to say about the bill.
Like the idea that we are banning entire groups of people from certain places in the city, to me is ridiculous. And to me, that is such a red flag of fascism, and it's wild that any progressive city would do that,
From Lee TV, Caleb Stipkovitz. For today's segment of Spotlight CID, we're going to look at how the neighborhood celebrated Small Business Saturday. The CID Business Improvement Area, an organization that plans many events in the neighborhood, hosted a $6 food walk. Gina Chalumpin was the event planner for the food walk.
Yeah, so we have 50 participating businesses in the food walk this month. Some businesses I could highlight are Seattle Best Tea is a local favorite. Our hope with the event, or the goal I guess, is that people will find a local favorite and then come back, bring their friends, and keep supporting our businesses, yeah.
Other businesses involved include Chundu Taste, Hood Famous, Bagelpa, and more. And if good food wasn't enough to attract event goers, there was also performance. The Dragon Dance paraded through the streets as participants enjoyed the day. This is Caleb Stipkovitz. You're watching Roots of Resilience.